Hello, everybody. I'm starting this live a little bit early, and today is just it's an open discussion, and I just wanted to talk about some of the things that are going on in the news right now. One of the things that is really intriguing to me is what's happening with Donald Trump. I don't know if you guys have been following it, but Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they have been, and Vivek Ramaswamy, they have all been causing a bunch of chaos right before the election. And I really feel like it's to maybe throw people off to, what they actually have planned, because he's been having a bunch of people come to Mar-a-Lago so that he can, have these conversations with them. Mark Zuckerberg's been there. Elon Musk has been there. He's been on the phone with, other leaders of different countries. But at the end of the day, what they've been doing it's been a full circus. They've been causing so much controversy. Donald Trump is talking about how he wants to own Canada and the Panama Canal, and you know, just talking about different places that he wants to sort of occupy. And it's not funny because he openly supports a country right now that occupies another country that we've been given a bunch of money to. Um, and so this is something that he's been saying openly and talking about what he wants to do, and also that there were some hostages that were um, so Israel was attacked, and there's been a conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. The Palestinians have kidnapped some hostages, and Trump is threatening to go to war if those hostages are not returned back by the time he's inaugurated. And so this is the kind of chaos that has been thrown out here into the world, into America. And then on top of all that, then you've got his minion, Elon Musk, who is, he's talking about the same type of chaos, but now he's talking about, he's started the whole H-1B firestorm with his base, and, this particular set asides that is really only benefits the super wealthy, because normal people in America that are employers or that are entrepreneurs, they just hire people that are already here. They don't arrange for people to come in from anywhere. They just hire people who are already here. It's not that big of a deal. And so there's just been a bunch of muck and mire and chaos that's been just crazy. But one of the things I wanted to talk about right now is this. There was a investigation that was done into the whole January 6th situation fiasco, and this is after, because Donald Trump lost the election to Joe Biden. Joe Biden has been doing, in my opinion, a horrible job at being a president. He learned nothing from Obama's president. At least the economy was doing somewhat um, good. I mean, it was coming out from the 2008 crisis that happened during Bush time, but we were coming out of it. And then Joe just kind of took us back to 2008. But because Trump lost, he threw a big fit, and he, had his base, on his behalf, not in my opinion, you know, crash out. They crashed out. So let's read this story, and this is from NBC News. Jack Smith, who is the special investigator, writes biting defense of January 6th probe, says jury would have convicted Trump. The report calls Trump's claims that the special counsel was influenced by Biden for political reasons laughable. So this special counsel did do their investigation. Let's take a look at the video really quick. Oh, hold on.
Back the curtain on Special Counsel Jack Smith pulling back the curtain on the historic investigation that once loomed over the president-elect, but never got to a jury. In Smith's final report, he writes prosecutors had amassed enough evidence to obtain and sustain a conviction at trial, accusing Donald Trump of a series of criminal efforts to stay in office after he lost the 2020 election.
It was fueled by lies. Lies by the defendant, targeted at obstructing a bedrock function of the U.S. government.
The case never got very far. Mr. Trump denied any wrongdoing and pled not guilty, as his attorneys managed to successfully delay at every stage. The Justice Department finally agreeing to toss out the indictment after he was reelected, citing its long-standing policy against prosecuting the president. Smith largely stayed out of public view, while Mr. Trump routinely directed his ire at the veteran prosecutor, posting today he's a lame-brained prosecutor who was unable to get his case tried before the election.
What they've done to me in terms of weaponization, indictments, impeachments, and everything else, and in the end, it probably helped me.
Smith now using his final report to lay the attack at the Capitol at Mr. Trump's feet, just as the president-elect is days away from being sworn in there. He's said he plans to pardon some rioters his first day in office.
Whole at the end of the day, he said that he was going to consider pardoning those people from January 6th. He sat there and said, oh, well, some people that weren't being violent are in jail, and some people that are in jail shouldn't be there. Basically, he's not directly admitting to it, but as soon as he gets in, we'll see. Or when he gets out, when he's ready to do the pardon, because he only has one term that he can serve. So there's that. But here is this is from The Hill, and this is about the governor and a governor of another state that is okay. Let's just read this. Democratic governor open to working with Trump. I'm not the leader of the resistance. We know. Let's just move on. So this is the Maryland governor, and that's crazy because there's a lot of African Americans that live in Maryland that probably voted for him, and he says he's not the leader of the resistance. So what does that mean? Like, does that mean that you're not going to fight for resources for the people in Maryland? Because we know sometimes, like, bureaucracy is supposed to really, what politics is about is one of the things that the politics is about is getting resources for your group, making sure that those resources are used adequately, and that you sustain life or a good quality of life for your community. This is part of what the government does. There are other things that you can do to sustain yourself, obviously, but on a community, from a community perspective, the government is supposed to be assisting groups and families with resources from, because this is a sovereign government. We print our own money, we issue our own debt, so we don't have to, look to anyone to manage our budget, manage our economy. So looking out for families, looking out for communities is what the government is supposed to be doing. But let's read this. Maryland Governor Wes Moore, a Democrat, signaled he is open to working with President Trump, says he's not the leader of the resistance, and his priority for the incoming administration is to partner with Trump in supporting his constituents as best as he. During a Tuesday appearance on CNN's The Lead, host Jake Tapper asked Moore what approach he would take toward the upcoming presidency. Moore responded by saying he is focused on his duties as governor, not on fighting Trump. I'm not the leader of the resistance. I'm the governor of Maryland. My job is to make sure that the 6.5 million people who call the state of Maryland home are going to be supported, protected, that their freedoms and their rights are going to be honored. And also their hopes and their dreams and their aspirations are going to be invested in and supported. He indicated his willingness to work with Trump is conditional, however. I have been very clear that I will work with anybody who wants to be a good partner inside the work to make sure that Maryland is supported. But I am also prepared to make sure that we will push back when we see those basic rights being violated. Moore's comments demonstrate one of the several approaches Democratic leaders have taken towards the upcoming Trump presidency. Senator John Fetterman, a Democrat in Pennsylvania, chose to meet with Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, which the president-elect described positively as a total fascinating meeting. On the other hand, California Governor Gavin Newsom, a Democrat, has railed against the incoming president, most recently voicing concern that Trump will withhold federal disaster aid to the state amid the ongoing wildfires in the greater Los Angeles area. That would be you can like sue if he really feels like that and it really does happen that way. That would be trash. Now they're saying that a large group of people actually saying that they're hoarding water, and this is what get the water here. It says through the wonderful company, Stuart and Linda Resnick have a majority stake in a water bank that can store up to 1.5 million acre feet, close to 500 billion gallons of water. So I guess that would be correct. Billionaire couple faces criticism over water during the Los Angeles fires. So well, what they're saying is that it's not there's more water. They own 1.5 million acres. I don't know why they put it right here. They own close to 500 billion gallons of water. And they're saying that that's a tiny fraction of the state's overall water supply. California's groundwater basins combined can hold more than 566 times as much water, with a storage capacity of 850 million to 1.3 billion acre feet. So, according to the California Department of Water Resources, the state's surface reservoir can hold more than 440 million acre feet on top of that. So if they're saying with these fires, if they're saying that it's not a big deal that they own that amount of water, why are people like the rank and file, regular people are saying that the water is being turned off, the water is not being able to sustain these fires? Why are they saying this if y'all saying that there's plenty of water? Are y'all just doing it just to spite people? Are y'all just doing it because y'all don't want to use the water? Because that would be trash. I don't know what is going on, but there is something bigger. There's something bigger brewing here with the fires, and it's just so wild that that's the way that it's going out. I don't know, but that's going to be the end of today's live stream. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk about more topics. I'll see you guys later. Bye.